Yes.
Booty, booty butt.
Penis.
This is what a
Keister.
butt does.
Wiener.
Hello. Welcome.
Hi.
Hi, Majay.
What?
Hi,
Oh!
guys.
Let him in here. Let him in here. Someone kick him out.
The test is a multi-stage aerobic capacity test that progressively gets
The fuck?
Oh no.
What's
Oh
happening?
god.
What's going
Oh
on?
my
I'm lost.
on your mark. You're right.
Where am I?
Why?
What are we doing?
I'm scared.
We're all scared. Anyway, I guess. Last time, you guys, well, specifically Wei, Tori, and Napano snuck around the castle, getting up to some shenaniganry, one of which has involved the birthday goblin. The exchange of birthday cake and gifts left with gave you a gift of your friends getting freed by a witch who's seemingly unrelated to the birthday goblin, or is she?
Mm.
You have to tell us because you're the DM.
No, I don't. I don't tell you shit. Go fuck yourself.
Damn it.
Damn.
Rude.
You're rude.
Spitting fire over here.
You're spitting your face.
Fuck. You got me.
Yes. You're right, I did. Thank you for acknowledging I won. Anywho, you all were rescued by a witch who was there to save Vidar, and just kind of went along with the idea that you all were just his retainers or whatever, or his guards. She didn't question it very much. She doesn't seem very smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she did teleport you all out of the room and into a tower of the castle. And now, as Napano, Wei, and Tori had made their way up, snuck their way up to the top floor of the castle, and made their way into the personal study of Tori's father, Ares, she, through poking holes in places, has now appeared in the floor in a hole, and currently we stopped mid screaming.
It's good times.
Right. Right.
Well, specifically, she's screaming, and one of you is screaming. Probably not.
I'm definitely screaming.
Totally defeats the purpose of stealth. Why are you jumping around in portals if you're gonna scream at the first person you see?
Right.
She's not very smart. Did we not cover that? Did I forget the part? Oh, I'll go back to my notes.
Loudly stealthy.
Her name's Laris, right?
Yes, Laris Norwood.
Hell yeah.
I have that
Gotta
written
make a
down.
name for herself.
I mean, sort of, maybe. Who knows? Not me. I don't know shit. I don't know shit. But yeah. So those of you who are in the tower, Laris has poked her head through this hole that she's made, and is now screaming. And
Can we hear her scream
yeah,
through the hole?
Didn't we talk to her a little bit last session?
you did. Well, I don't think you two did. The party did. I think
No, I
she
thought we-
just.
I thought we did for some reason. I thought like me and Storm were actually like questioning her a little bit.
Alright, well you can question her now.
I think she'll probably be screaming, "Oh, it's you guys." Are you with Lord Vidar?
Wei looks over at Tori and starts to draw his weapon.
She blinks.
Hello there.
Hi. Are you guys working for Vidar?
Yes.
All right, cool. I found you guys. And she pokes her head back down. Her hands are still in the hole. Hey guys, I found him. And she looks at the rest of you.
Huh.
Oh, good
Great,
job.
great.
sorry, who are you?
She pokes her head back through. Oh, I'm Laris.
Alright.
I'm with the I'm part of the Morose unit that's here, and I saw Lord Vidar, and I was helping out. Yeah, because I knew he'd be in trouble, because things are not going great.
No, they're not, are they?
Nope. That's why I'm here to help. Gives you a thumbs up.
Careful.
Nice. Why don't you wait right there while I go get our other
I mean, sure, I can hold this hole open.
partner. Yeah. Just wait. I'm just gonna kind of like scooch around the hole here. Go out.
Now let me paint a picture here. She's like she's poking her head through the floor, if her head, shoulders, and poking up. Like, so the rest of you, she's just kind of like on the floor, just poking her head through this hole. Now she's just tapping her foot against the floor. Do do do.
So how can you describe how she's poking her head through this hole?
No.
Think he just did?
I think I just did. Use your imagination. Do I have to really tell you exactly what's happening?
Yes, it's important.
So, are you a black mage or a white mage or a...
Well, I'm clearly not a black mage.
Yeah, look at her.
Yeah, look at
Damn.
I guess
Yeah, I
technically I'm
don't judge people by the clothing.
That's just a funny joke we made just now. No, I'm kind of a I my specialty is more esoteric things, I guess, such as this pokes hole, edge of hole.
Okay.
Slaps hole. You can fit so many cars in this.
Gazelle's voices are getting out.
Can the party here? Can the party that's with Laris hear way through the hole?
Yeah, it's a little muffled, but yes.
Okay. Oi, who you talking to?
It's a human guy with a yellow headband, long hair. handsome.
Gazelle kind of like kneels down and then yells at the hole. Do you know the way?
Adam just kind of looks at the others and gives a thumbs up. I think you found him.
The dwarf is yelling through the hole that, do you know the way? I don't know what that means.
Way is just looking defeated. I know him. Unfortunately.
Doesn't want to admit it.
Can I pull attention over here?
Sure.
I'm gonna. You go ahead.
No, tell me what you're saying.
Okay.
What's-
I think it's time to get out of here, and this looks like a nice way out. So I'm gonna grab Napano here and maybe try and guide her back to the hole so we can make our escape from this area.
Okay. Before we do that, I remember parking myself at this little shrine right here, and wondering if maybe we can get some information about it. Like, is this the kind of place where Ares would come to pray or anything like that, or?
It definitely looks like a kind of shrine. Whether comes and visits often, you wouldn't be able to tell. It is kept clean.
It looks
Well-
vaguely spiritual, so I kind of want to use harmonic resonance here and just like, yeah, past event it.
Okay. Give me a question. Wait, hold on. Was you okay? Transference holds task question. Okay, what are you trying to see?
like I'm still trying to understand Ares' goals, like what he gets out of this alliance with Muros, what he's trying to do, and so I'm hoping that if he like kneels here and prays to his gods or ancestors or something, that like maybe I'll get a clue. Snippets of conversation or
If your goal is to see Ares here, and that is what you're trying to do, you just nothing happens. You don't see him. There is no past event where he has sat at the shrine.
Oh,
Not a
does
religious man.
not a holy
any
man.
well, it seems decently well maintained. Does anyone go here, Yukio, or
You do see some of the Tengu, some of the upper rank Tengu. You actually do see probably Yasuo here. Looks younger. He's sitting at the shrine, kind of just his eyes closed.
Hmm.
is he speaking with anyone, or just like
No,
being
he's
passive?
he's sitting at the shrine praying. Looks like, or at the very least, he's just sitting. Whether he's praying or not is, and his eyes are closed. I don't know if you know if he's praying or not.
Did you
We
say
know now because you said it. Haha.
He
Did you
appears to
say
be praying.
Yasuo?
Yasuo, yes.
Well, I'm not sure what to do with that. We know he worked for Ares before, so I don't think that gives us any new information.
Tori, you would know that this is the only shrine in the castle. And that
But-
you have also never seen your father set at it. Coincide with what Napano was seeing.
What is there like a deity depicted on the altar? Like who would they pray to?
Oh, it's a fantastic question. I have to look at the list of gods I've made. 1 second.
Just make it Horus, the Egyptian god, bird god thing.
Oh, guys.
Let
It's like
Mage
you don't care about the theming at all.
let Mage see. He's planning and stuff.
Let him
Come on,
cook.
he's got to figure it out. I do in fact know that Ares has never prayed in this room. Because I've never seen him do it.
Okay, here's the god that's depicted here. It is a woman. It is a winged figure with 6 wings, holding a trident in one arm and a basin in the other, with sculpted water kind of like sloshing about, just barely contained. She wears a mask that covers her face, fierce expression portrayed there. She has large fangs that jut from the bottom of her lips. Dressed in armor, looks fearsome, but respected. Not like a wild being, but like not prideful, but
Revered.
glorious, revered. This is the goddess of storm, victory, and conquest, which is Garuda. That's what I've named it. And shut up, everybody. Take it and accept it, or die.
Accepted.
I'll take option B.
Okay. I killed Gazelle. Gazelle dies.
Yay.
I harvest Gazelle. He's now
Yeah.
becomes my monster, and I'm going to spawn a body horror thing out of him.
No.
Oh dear.
Bye guys. I'm
Hell
done.
yeah.
Later. At least I didn't get the Tony treatment.
Just gone.
Going to
Forms and conquest are her domain. Okay.
going to look into the room past Apano at the statue and kind of wonder to myself when the last time I actually prayed to Guru was.
It's not an uncommon god for the Tengu to worship. You know, being a fierce deity of storms.
It's pretty cool.
Glad you like it. Or don't. I don't know. Maybe it's sarcasm. I don't know. I don't trust any of you.
I like it.
Good.
All right. Well, if there's nothing more to that vision, I'll get up when Tori comes to shake me and follow her back to the portal room.
I think we have a way out, and it's not going to involve cutting through a bunch of Tengu.
Are we looking for a way out, or are we looking for a way deeper into your dad's study?
Yes.
Glad we cleared that up.
So, Alice, was it?
Laris.
No, Laris.
Laris, right. Laris. We're ready to go.
Alrighty. Just hold on. Just hop. Once I pop back through this hole, just jump through and you'll be fine. And she ducks her head in, but you see her fingers like still holding the edge of the hole.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna jump in.
Scooch
I guess.
past you here.
You jump through the hole. You jump down and then have to deal with the vertigo of suddenly being upside down
Ooh.
and like falling on your ass, on your back, because gravity restarts itself.
Bless you.
What?
Whoa!
Ooh,
Well, that was disorienting, but kind of cool.
Yeah, it's a real trip, isn't it?
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Barry says hi.
Mm.
Okay.
Brr.
I'm gonna do a quick head count, make sure everybody's here.
Is she not coming back through the portal?
No, she did. I just haven't moved her. Boop.
Oh, okay.
Why do you smell like cake?
Oh, someone decided it was my birthday. Our birthday.
Is it?
You goblins
No.
celebrate birthdays?
He does. They do have cake. I'm pretty sure that makes it their birthday.
Mm.
We can't remember. I guess maybe today is.
Well, if you have birthday cake, it's your birthday, obviously, is what Jared
Well-
says.
We'll celebrate it as if it is. It's as good a day as any.
As long as you have birthday cake, it's your birthday. Them's the rules. I don't make them. I don't know why I think that, though.
Happy birthday, Napano.
It's
Also,
a Morosian
hilarious.
tradition.
Do you
Give
know
cake
where
to your
Ares
birthday.
is?
Who? Oh, big scary bird man. Well, I know he left the castle and went into the mountains nearby with a small group of Tengu, and that's the last I saw him. He's a scary guy. I don't want to mess with him.
You don't think he tried to attack the dude we ran into?
Who?
I don't know.
I-
If he's going further up into the mountain, that would probably mean that he's heading toward the. He might be heading toward the sage. I'm not too sure. Seems weird he would go there with a squad.
That's what I'm saying. Didn't somebody try to attack the sage earlier? Are two fronts going after him now?
Did we hear that? I wrote down in my notes that he's consulted the sage before, and he got a bit of a prophecy about the war and the Claudius, and apparently the
fire.
artifact he's looking for is a mask of some sort. But I don't think he's in opposition to the sage.
Wow, you
Sounds
guys
like the sage
were
works
way
for
more
him.
productive than us. We were trapped in a room, and then this fine lady emerged from the ground. That was
She's
about the
looking
extent
at
of it.
Vidar, like expecting him to say "good job" or something. She's looking excited.
Just like nod approvingly at her.
Uh,
Wink and nod.
Yeah.
Give her a thumbs up.
Otto's gonna pat her lightly on the head again.
Hell yeah.
She seems very excited about this.
Senpai pat me on the head. Oh my god. Alright, well,
did you get what you came for?
Yeah, I had time to get into Ares' study and find his journal. From there, I've been able to read quite a bit. But
We don't have any more business here then, in the castle.
no, it's time for us to go.
Excellent.
I feel like we went through a lot of trouble for very little payoff. This was very dangerous. Now everybody's going to be very upset with us.
I think you'll be fine.
Well, who cares what the mean bird people think?
You're right. Bird people. Really mean.
so
Stinky bird people.
what is our next move after we escape from here then? Are we going to go looking for the sage, or what?
I am curious what the sage said about
Lyle
Ares.
is gonna look over at Laris and he's gonna say, "So, Laris, you're a court magician, correct?"
Well, I'm a mage in the intelligence unit. I was demoted a lot, but I'm working my way back up.
Okay. Yes. Well, as you see, we are working with Lord Vidar, and
I see that.
we are attempting to accomplish many great things. And before we know how much intelligence we can share with you, I need to test how much you know about the current plan.
Okay.
So, can you tell us, say, what is our fellow Morosian ambitions here in this very mean place?
You're so good at this.
Gazelle's gonna turn to Barry and be like, I think you might be having a stroke.
This is called being brilliant.
I understand a test. Oh, well, if you want to parlay, you gotta roll now.
I'll roll.
Well, if you're gonna test me, it's only fair that I get something in return, right? If I do a good job, right? If I pass your little test.
Reward. I see. Yes.
Of course.
Only natural. You know, us Morosians don't do things just because. It's all about the cause and the ambitions and whatnot. Yes.
If I pass your little test, you have to let me join Lord Vidar's retinue.
That is... Well, I was gonna kind of rub his chin in thought for a moment. Well, that is a interesting proposition.
I don't mean to be pushy, Lord Vidar, but I did just rescue you from a castle full of mean bird people that definitely want to kill you. Probably. Definitely.
let us
Someone's
Yeah,
gonna
very neat.
nod.
let us discuss the
That's
matter.
a yes. Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
well,
All right, hit me. What's your test?
you need to tell us the plan.
Okay.
What you know of it.
Well, the plan, as far as I've been told, is that we're supposed to get the Tengu here to help us find this weird stone thing that will tell you where things are if you know uh, what the thing you're looking for is, and it'll show you where that thing is, and then you can go find that thing. And then we were planning to use that to find relics and stuff. And once we had done that, the whole plan with that neighboring country that's named I can't remember because this place has weird names, and I'm bad at remembering names. You know.
The California
Amen,
roll, man.
sister.
That sounds like something a racist would say.
Which we
Patient,
are
that was it.
all definitely. Yes.
No, I don't think I'm. Well, anyway.
Ask her to elaborate on these relics and what they do.
Yes, well,
I was gonna side eye Lyle
Have
really
you-
hard.
are you privy to the relics for which we are collecting? I ask simply so that I might ascertain whether you may be of assistance in collecting said relics.
Well, I mean, I don't know exactly what they are. As far as I remember being told, we were looking for like weird robot people
Ah,
or
yes,
something,
robot people. They are very strange. Very strange.
but not like current robot people. You know, the machine people. Like, apparently they were looking for like super old ones.
The special ones of old. Yes.
Yeah, and I think they're supposed to be super strong or something.
Oh, yes. They have cool abilities such as turning into fire-spitting death machines on a whim.
Really?
Oh, well, perhaps I shouldn't have told you that, but
Well, that's exciting. I didn't know that part.
Ask her about the next one they're looking for.
yes.
What they know about.
So, I suppose you are familiar then with which one we are searching for in this region.
Oh, well, apparently there's well, I think we were hoping to get it to find it one here in Zhao, and then there's supposed to be one in Olkheim, I think. And I think there's another one, but I didn't tell me that part. Just kind of generalized stuff. You know, you can't tell everyone everything. You got to keep some things close to your chest. So in case something happens that's bad, like
yes.
someone tricks you into giving you all information, like you don't tell them everything, you know?
Oh, yes. Well, we wouldn't want that. That would be
Exactly, right?
absolutely
Exactly.
awful.
Of course.
Well, you're in the intelligence community, though. You could find out about the other relics if it was important to Lord Vidar.
I
Yes?
mean, I don't want to lie, but
you can be honest
probably
with
not.
us. Lord Vidar appreciates honesty.
Well, after a scoop, I did, you know, a little bit ago when we came to Zhao at first, and then I got into some trouble. I got super duper demoted.
Oh, well.
What did you do?
Why did you get demoted again?
Well, what they mean is it's important for us to vet anybody who would be in Vidar's personal entourage. So, if you are honest about your mistakes, perhaps they may be overlooked to within reason.
Well, I was messing with the spell, and I accidentally ended up going to the Lord's personal bedroom, and they got very mad, and then I had to pop out, and I got yelled at a lot because, you know, we're supposed to be in the down low and not, you know, appearing in places, and, you know, I got yelled at a lot. It wasn't great.
Okay, well,
you saw me in my skivvies, I would be upset too. Yes. Would you perhaps want to? Though.
Jesus.
Nippano's
No?
gonna cut in here
There it is.
and say that as you know, this stone requires you to have a very good description of these relics in order to locate them. So even though you don't know about the third one, tell us everything you know about the Zhao and Olcam relics.
Well, I don't know a lot about them, like, beyond like that they're super duper old robot people. I think.
Yes. Very old.
It was kept pretty tight-lipped about that particular secret. And it's apparently very secret. Beyond apparent nature of them is, super secret. Something to do with souls, I think. I don't know.
So
I have a
that's too vague. Even if we had the stone, we wouldn't be able to find the relics with that information.
Theoretically.
Well, of course, I of course assumed that Vidar knows all about it, so I don't think he needs me to tell him.
Well, of course he
Otter's
knows.
gonna
And I don't know, so I can't make something up in front of Lord Vidar.
Well, no,
I-
but not knowing about them and working in the intelligence community, that doesn't show that you're very worthy of assisting Lord Vidar with the recovery of them.
Well, I just didn't know about that. That wasn't part of my duties. I was just meant to like keep an eye on these guys, and then once we get the stone, we don't really care, about these guys.
What if we gave you a job to go and gather more information about these relics, and if you do a good job, then maybe Lord Vidar would allow you to come with us when we recover the relics.
But I wouldn't even know where to start.
Isn't that part of the job of an intelligence gatherer?
Well, my current assignment is to keep an eye on these Tengu guys and make sure they don't get up to any shenaniganry. And they did get up to shenaniganry. They captured Lord Vidar.
You're right, and it is very fortunate that you were here today. Very fortunate. Alas, we will see Lord Vidar to safety with your assistance.
Good.
In fact, you being away from the group is good. If he does get captured again, you won't be captured with him, and you can get him out.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess.
Exactly.
She starts getting a little dejected now. Did your base tell her to go the fuck away?
No. No need for frowny faces. Because surely one in your position will have a sending stone of some kind so that we may get in touch with you, correct?
I mean, I don't have one of those.
You don't. Well, you got demoted hard, didn't you?
I told you I got super demoted.
Mm.
What part of supers do you not understand?
That's pretty super.
Well, I was gonna scratch back and said, yeah, that's pretty sure they gave those to all the magicians. Oh, okay, never mind.
I have to keep teleporting around through these holes to get pass along any information. Gets annoying when I don't know where I'm going.
That is somewhat inconvenient. Let's see.
Well, for now, I can take you guys to a hideout, and then you guys can figure out what the next plans are to get Vidar out of here, or whatever the Vidar wants to do. I'm not going to tell him what to do. He's in charge. He's the big man.
Is there anyone at the hideout right now?
No.
Fuck.
Nobody's there. You sure?
Yeah. We're kind of short-staffed at the moment, and Tengu are really kind of poking at us, and a couple of scouts went around to try to find another hideout outside the village, but I haven't heard from them in a while.
Okay, I think that this would be a good place to sort of regroup and collect ourselves and go over some information. I think maybe we should take it for now.
That sounds like a good idea. Can your portals reach there? Or what's the range of your portals?
Well, if it's a place I really know really well, I can teleport pretty far.
How
But-
far?
Well, I can teleport basically
Far
anywhere in
enough.
this village.
You couldn't teleport, like, say, back to Moros from here?
Oh God, no, that's way too far.
Yeah, I figured, but
Even
I
if it's a
don't.
place you know really well.
So
No, it has to be like within like a couple miles.
Okay.
So I can take us to my hideout because I know exactly where that is, and that's I know pretty well because I made it.
Does anyone else know of your hideout?
Nope,
do the Tengu know of your hideout?
absolutely not. That kind of defeats the point.
Right.
It sure does.
I meant, does like anyone with Vidar's team know of your hideout?
Oh, no, I wanted a place that was a place I could work on my spells in town while I was here. It's a mage thing.
Of course, mage thing.
All right, that sounds like a good place to regroup. Let's do that.
Great, I'll make a hole. And she plops down on her knees and taps the floor and starts making a big ass hole.
God, if I had a nickel every time I heard that one.
God damn. Yeah.
All right.
All right, it's pretty big.
Oh, yeah, it is.
She hops down into the hole and disappears.
After you.
I'm gonna jump in there.
Gazelle also jumps in.
I think it's better to jump in head first. I don't know.
You just
Yeah,
dive.
I'll jump in head first and kind of roll. Try to somersault it out.
I'm just gonna go to try and carefully step in, but then my foot hits the edge of the hole and I just trip and fall down like I'm falling downstairs.
Well, luckily for you, you fall and then you flip and you just kind of land on your ass.
That's pretty cool.
It's all right because gravity's fucked.
Adam just kind of steps into the hole.
Way's gonna help Yue go through by holding her hand so she doesn't fall.
All right.
I imagine Yasuo just T-pose, falls flat into it.
Oh yeah.
He does like
Paul.
a tuck and roll, and he ends up, making that work. Adam, if you just jump through the hole,
Mm-hmm.
you're just jumping through.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's the funny thing, because you pop through the hole, and now your feet are in the air, and your head's facing the floor. So you just kind of hop up, and then you come down on your head,
Oh.
Ow.
Ow.
and you fall on your ass.
Otto will climb through carefully.
All right, you're fine.
Gazelle does a cannonball.
Gazelle, becoming a
Jesus.
ball is advantageous in this particular scenario, so you're fine. You just kind of roll across the floor. Back to the map.
Hell yeah.
You've escaped. Very
This
good.
time.
Right on.
This time. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this line that you travel. You, as she points out to you, are about. I have to move these clocks because they're big and in my way.
It's okay.
Hey man, you
Stop staring at my clocks.
You are right here.
Okay. So
Oh, so her safe house is in Tengu Town.
It still is in Tengu Town, but you're like in a basement.
Oh,
It's like a bunch of. It's like she dug a cave. It's got a
And
chair. It's got a desk. It's got
dug a
just some.
the Tengu don't know that there's a Morosian witch living among them.
Apparently not.
I would
Now
think
she's just
that-
teleported.
I would think that the superstition in this town has to be through the fucking roof. But yeah.
All right. Well, I guess as long as we stay quiet, even if the guards run around looking for us, there should be no way they find us here then.
Well, here's the thing. This house is like abandoned or something. I don't know what happened to the guys who lived here, but it's been like it's pretty empty. So that's why I picked this particular house. But I can't go on the surface because then guards come by and then they might see through the windows or something, and I don't want to risk that. So I've just kind of made a hole. She sits
Right.
on a weird kind of rankedy bench that she has.
Do I know anything about this house that we're in?
I mean, there's a lot of like farmhouses on the southern end of town. This is probably one of those. You, I mean, you don't know everyone that lives here, probably. I don't think so. Unless you think so. Do you think so?
That was weird. Did I just get disconnected?
No, that was vile. You're fine.
Okay.
Well, said he's having some internet issues.
Oh, okay.
Might be a little wonky.
If it's just like a random farmhouse, then I'm gonna say probably not. I think I'm just gonna know like what region we're in.
Yeah.
So I might be familiar with like, I don't know, the roads, maybe the patrols.
You're near the marketplace, kind of north of some of the farmland. Definitely one of the farmhouses, you think, as you kind of poke your head over the surface, which is kind of covered by a rug.
Kind of
Oh, the
General.
little trapdoor that she made to come down here.
a little general area. Just old house. Okay. Well, I have this journal, so I think I'm going to just take a moment to read it through it again, because before, when I was in the study, I was kind of pressured, and I want to also say, because my computer died, the notes that I had on it, I guess, are gone. So I would kind of like to go back and look through them again, so I can write those down again.
Okay. I mean, there's kind of general notes of like how the towns he's like gone and conquered at this point. The other Tengu villages he's subjugated, which are some of the neighboring towns that you know the names of. That he's kind of apparently gone and subjugated those who do not choose to serve, and those that have joined to serve. And he seems to have gotten quite a few on this particular mountain range. That's kind of his current state of affairs in terms of like how much support he's taken or garnered through conquest.
He's running out of mountain to conquer. Pretty
Well,
soon
that's-
he'll be going down to the ground.
You find the page about the older page about the prophecy that he received from the old Tengu, which referred to a great war that is a coming, and the twisting shadow that moves around it, and that the way to address this problem is something fundamental. Fundamental to what? Does not say. That's all he wrote down. There's like some confusion he writes about, like he's trying to figure out what that means. What is fundamental? And like you do find passages of him like trying to think, well, what things are fundamental? Food, water, the ability to defend yourself, weapons. Kind of goes over that a lot.
I was just
Well,
thinking in a very literal sense.
Yeah.
What fundamental could mean here.
Who are you reading a book on?
This is Aries' diary that I found in the castle, and I wanted to get some more notes on it because I lost my notes from last time. My computer died. So the prophecy, the villages. What has he written in there about Moros?
So, when the Morosians came, and he apparently kind of knew almost immediately something was up because of the way they approached him and offered him a great many things, apparently, including their military support, basically some rudimentary knowledge of like where some powerful artifacts are that they had already discovered or at least knew of in exchange for them helping the Morosians find this particular relic that is good for locating things. But he writes that he was already suspicious before, but he was able to willing to take the help because he began to suspect that perhaps this is the thing that might start the war. It's like, okay, if I he he writes something to kind of like, so long as I'm working with them, I can kind of know what their deal is
Mm.
and how to counter them, or at the very least, know how to make use of them for my own purposes.
Theory, guys. I'm gonna like say this outside of Laris earshot quietly enough. Do you think the tension right now between Moros and Ares people is because each one of them thinks the other group has the stone?
Um,
Do you think they both think the other group has it?
It
No one
could-
knows what really went down in that cave when we absconded with it?
it could be that we came in at a very crucial moment, considering Yasuo's group never returned, and they went. Probably according to Morosian intelligence, the Tengu went to where they thought it was because they sent a search party out, which probably wouldn't have happened unless they were sure. But
Surprised they didn't interrogate Yasuo more aggressively then about what exactly happened. They didn't really seem all that eager to talk to him.
I mean, it also might be strange if they knew who Yasuo was, why they didn't approach him right off rip. Well, actually, didn't
They
out of
didn't know
character,
him.
didn't what's his name? Where's his name at?
Yukio?
The ass kisser.
Didn't Yukio know it was Yasuo?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So Yasuo in a contingent with Vidar, yeah, probably didn't look good. You might have thought that Yasuo defected.
Well,
But
I don't
ve-
think he bought that it was Vidar. He had
Very,
his suspicions.
yeah. Also, I think they figured out who Tori was, or I should say, they figured out who I was. Something tells me my disguise is not as convincing.
For what it's worth, I don't think it's worked once since we've entered here.
Yeah.
Didn't they? I thought that Yukio figured out that it was Tori. I thought that he talked to her directly. Am I misremembering that?
He did. I'm pretty sure.
It's hard to fool people who already know you personally.
Okay, so either way, I just a theory that maybe the current tension between them is because each one of them thinks the other's ripping each other off.
It's either that or I'm not too sure if they ever really trusted each other to begin with, because they're both seeking conquest, and one power is much stronger than the other. I mean, if I were the Tengu, I might see the Morosians as a force that I could not contend with in my current state. Conquering the mountain probably wouldn't even be enough.
Yeah,
So
well,
I'd say growing tensions probably. Tensions probably always there too.
yeah. Anything else in the journal that could help us out?
Prophecy seems. Seems like he's going over it, trying to figure it out himself. Fundamental. Saying that the problem can be solved fundamentally.
By something fundamental.
By something fundamental. But
Saving grace is the one thing that is fundamental to all things. Yeah. I don't know, I'm inclined to think oxygen or water or sustenance of some kind.
could maybe be something as literal as that. If I'm thinking of a great war, it could be the Morosians attacking Zhao. using these artifacts to conquer their forces. Fundamentally speaking, what would I mean if they could deprive Zhao of oxygen, of course they'd conquer him, kill everybody. But I think I'm thinking in the wrong direction here.
I read that differently. It sounded to me like they want the relics as a way of maybe controlling the Gladys, like because the robot people were the only ones who could possibly resist it. So if Morose is trying to weaponize the Gladys but also not get wiped out themselves, then maybe these relics are the key to doing that.
Did mention the Twisted Shadow, so if I had to guess, it's definitely the Gladys. Well, I think perhaps maybe if we found the artifacts ourselves, we could stop the Gladys, or at least we would be able to understand better how to do that.
We did find out in Ares' journal that he was going after a mask. Do you suppose that this mask could be the Zhao artifact? And if so, is there a description of it in his journal that we could use the stone to maybe find before he does?
Do I find that in his journal?
What you find is that his later entries and like almost one of his last entries is like him having a eureka moment, but he doesn't go into like specifics of what he figured it out to be, but just that he's figured it out and he now knows what he needs to do and what he needs to find.
Mm-hmm.
Like he knows how to get it even without the stone?
Unclear. He's figured out the object that he potentially needs, and he does mention that let's see. He probably says he probably says the name of it, what the mask is. He says the Mask of the Forgotten.
Mm-hmm.
Mask of the Forgotten. Does that ring any bells to me? Because mask, I mean, Tengu culture, masks are on Garuda, they're on all the people here. Does that name, the Mask of the Forgotten, mean anything to me?
Give me a spout lore, because you will know something about it. I just want to see how much you know about it.
Look.
I'm the Forgotten.
You're not forgotten. You're right there. A 9.
What, where?
Pretty good.
Okay, here's what you remember. There's an old, very old story about how, at one point, during a great calamity approaching your people, the Tengu of this mountain, there was a group of Tengu who had decided that they needed a weapon to stand against this calamity, which was a dragon, presumably.
Mm.
That's what you remember. Some sort of dragon, some sort of drake that had come to the mountain to wipe out the Tengu and turn it into its nest. These Tengu got together and created a mask which cost the Tengu their lives. Why it cost them their lives, you don't remember exactly, but it cost them their lives, and the remaining Tengu used the mask to slay the dragon. It granted them great power that allowed them to stand against the dragon and defeat it.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't sound like it has anything to do with robot people.
What happened to the mask
Maybe.
after the dragon was slain?
It was hidden away in the mountain so that none could take it and use it and forsake the sacrifice that it cost to make it.
I see. And I suppose it's never been seen or found or heard of since.
It's a very, very old story, so no.
Okay.
You probably have seen that story in a book in your father's library like once, but probably only when you were a child.
If if Ares is searching for the Mask of the Forgotten, simply put, we can't let him find it. It's way too powerful to be in his hands, especially when he's hell-bent on conquering the mountain. He may be able to conquer the rest of the mountain, but he may also be able to force his will onto the rest of the country as well, if he gains that sort of strength.
Does Tori know enough about it that she could use the stone to find it?
Hmm.
I mean, if
You
I rolled
probably-
a 9 on the lore, maybe.
You probably do vaguely remember what those. There's like a drawing of it in the book that you remember. That's the thing that sparks your memory, and why you even remember it is because there's a very evocative drawing in there that you remember. What does the mask look like exactly? It is a Tengu mask for certain. It is. So
It's gotta be
Tengu
stone
masks.
mouth.
So Tengu masks are kind of this vague, this weird, like almost a person, but also kind of birdish sort of mask. Long noses, kind of very strange. This mask, you remember, was almost almost a caricature of like a bird, like very almost. You remember, it looked like it was made of stone. It was like two different pieces, one leading up to like where the top beak ends, and the bottom beak makes up where the jaw goes, and it covers the entire face. And remember, it has 4 eyes that are just slits, and it's got like white marks kind of going down the top from the around the forehead and meeting down just above the eyes.
I
Can you
think.
remember? Yeah.
I think I remember what it looked like. It's one of the only fun stories that exists in my father's library. I mean, Ares' library that I was looking at earlier.
Okay.
Um,
Well, do we want to try using the stone here then? I mean, we could probably like even do it in front of Laris, because like a fake Vidar wouldn't have the stone, right? Only the real Vidar would have it. So even if she meets the real Vidar later, it'd be like, I don't trust you.
Didn't she say they were looking for it and now that they had it?
Yeah, but I mean, Vidar would know all kinds of things, have all kinds of things that she wasn't privy to.
I mean,
Her information is outdated.
Laris could be busy, with her spells and potion making. She might not even notice that I'm setting up the stone.
Either way, that feels like the next thing we should probably do.
Yeah, because something tells me if Ares is leaving his castle to go look for the stone, or not the stone, but to go look for the mask after his most recent revelation here, we need to do what we can to get there before he does. So,
Can you maybe set up the stone right outside of her hideout? Like, I don't like the idea of her potentially knowing we have it.
Well, maybe Lord Vidar and Lyle could take her somewhere and distract her into another room.
I mean, maybe there's another room I could do this in, and we could just, maybe guard it. Say Lord Vidar requires rest, and I could go in there as well. I mean, I don't know.
That'd be
It
suspicious.
doesn't matter to me how it's done.
I got this. We can distract her.
Okay. Then, yeah, using the preparation technique that. God, I'm terrible with names.
Wasn't it Eldon?
Eldon.
Eldon, yeah, using the
Like the room?
preparation technique that Eldon set up to safely use the stone. I'm gonna sequester into a private area and then try to use the stone away from Laris.
All right. Well, there's not much room to this particular little underground hideout, but if you were seeking to distract her while you set this up, how are you distracting her?
All right, I'm going to approach Witch Lady, whose
She's
name I
like-
forgot in character,
Yeah.
and I'm like, "Hey, So, you want to get in good with Vidar, right?
Yeah,
Maybe get your promotions and whatnot back?
maybe. Yes.
So, Lyle over there is kind of his speaking man. Vidar only speaks to those he deems worthy, so if you want to get close to him, maybe get close to Lyle.
Oh no, he seems suspicious, you know?
Did Lyle give her a fake name?
No.
I don't think Lyle's given her a name at all.
Okay.
If it was,
making
it
sure,
Barnaby Jones.
because that would be fucking hilarious.
He does seem kind of shady on the outside, but he does that for Vidar's best interest.
What'd you say his name was?
Lyle.
Lyle. No, it doesn't ring any bells.
Whew.
I had to go talk to the shady guy, is what you're saying?
Yeah, just give him a chance. He's not that bad. Just get in on his good side.
Okay. All right.
Wingman way, you're welcome.
Hell yeah.
Walks over to Lyle.
Lyle's
Hey.
face is gonna light up a little bit. It's like, hey.
So, how long you been working for Vidar? Lord Vidar?
Lyle's
Yes,
gonna
that's a good question.
frown in thought and put his hand to his chin, rub it. Let's see. Well, I suppose directly it's been a couple months now in preparation for the mission into Zhao here, but you know, he's not the first Duke I've served under.
Really? You served over other dukes?
Well, you know, you don't get to just get put on Lord Vidar's team without having a little bit of, shall I say, experience. You know, but it's been a bit of a ride. You know, when we first got to Zhao, you know, there was a setback. We were very close to clinching the first artifact. You know, we had a we had a really good lead, and one of our operatives in town had even managed to capture the one who was harboring the artifact. But then I hear that some very handsome adventurer and his cohorts managed to throw a wrench in things. It was quite tragic.
She seems in thought. She thinks about that. I see.
Did you come to Zhao on the same expedition? I don't remember seeing you.
Oh no, I came with the group that was going to Kaishi,
Oh,
the other country.
I see. Yes.
Yeah, you know the part where when we go meet with the emperor there, and then we work with him, and then
The California roll
eventually,
guy. Yeah.
California roll guy. He's a weird guy, weird name.
Yeah, he sounds weird.
Doesn't fit like the whole other everyone else's name makes sense, but his name doesn't make any goddamn sense at all.
Well, you know
It's
what?
like they don't even care. They don't even care.
I hear that it's customary for people in the surrounding kingdoms to have very unique names to make them easier to remember, especially people in high places.
Yeah, but he kind of sucks though.
Well, I
Perhaps
mean,
it's
he's no Lord
special.
Vidar, right?
Yeah, no, he's not. She looks over Vidar wistfully.
It's a hard standard to live up to.
Mhm.
When you think about it, everybody sucks around here.
Oh, I don't suck.
No, I mean, all the, the foreigners.
Oh, well, I mean, some of them are. It's all the uptight. Like all these Tengu guys are jerks. You know, they're
Oh,
all
yeah.
jerks. They're so mean. I met
Mm.
some nice folks down on out on the mountain. They were fine, but like these guys are so uptight. These
Well,
Tengu guys are uptight. And
they
everyone
are.
else is like so scared all the time, like they can't even relax. It's and they won't. They just well, they barely talk to you because they're like too scared to talk and stuff. And like it's really not a fun vibe, not a fun place to be.
Well, it makes it easier to, you know, s- slip the masses a little bit of a pick me up if they're a little high strung. It's good for,
She tilts her head, confused. What do you mean?
the, mm, maybe you don't. Hold on. How much were you demoted, did you say again?
Super demoted. Super
Super
demoted.
demoted. Okay. Well, then, never mind.
Oh, oh,
Don't worry.
are you
Don't worry
talking
about it.
about the weird stuff that the weird priest guys hand out sometimes?
Oh, yeah. You ever
Yeah,
partake?
no, they creep me out.
Yeah, they're pretty creepy. You
Well,
know,
I saw one of them. One of them I had like 3 arms. It was weird.
3 arms. Well, I yeah, I saw one with four. Three's a little odd. It's kind of lopsided, don't you think?
Yeah, but like if asymmetry is weird. Why would you be asymmetrical? Why would you let yourself be asymmetrical? You know?
That's the the acolytes. They're they're of a different breed.
They're weird.
They are acting in the best interests of Muros, and that's all we can ask of them. If they are a little weird, then that's it's a little. They could just be a little weird.
I think I'm about done setting up now. If we wanna.
Sure,
Yeah,
sure.
let's do that.
This conversation kind of continues. They just kind of chat.
Sure,
She asked you questions. You just kind of gave her vague answers.
of course.
You do get the feeling she's kind of out of the loop a bit. And she's not super down with all the weird cultist stuff. That's kind of the general vibe you get.
Mm.
Okay.
But like her a little bit more. Seems a little more misguided than anything else. Not evil.
Mhm.
Maybe later you ask her, like, why Vidar? What about him? Because he is in with all the cult stuff, right?
Mm. Seems to be adjacent to it, at least.
Maybe.
Hard to say.
Anywho, it's time to do the thing.
Right. The stone.
Do the stone.
Do we have a name for the stone, or are we just gonna keep calling it the stone?
Oh, what has a name? I have to find. It's a Farsight stone.
Yes.
Farsight.
The Farsight stone.
Hey, Sorum, before you do it, if you have to roll from this, maybe we cash in the dragon's amulet.
In this particular instance, hmm,
I thought that the ritual made it safe.
it made it
I, th-
made it safe.
I think it means nothing can stare back at you,
Yes.
but not that it's going to guarantee show you like what you're looking for. And this seems like an important enough task to maybe cash in the amulet.
Here's the thing.
Shouldn't we be able
Is-
to count on it?
Here's what you can count on. If you roll a 7 and up, you see what you want to see. Period. If what the thing does is allows you to have that certainty that a 7 and up will get you that vision no matter what. And whereas you didn't have that, a 7 and 9 would mean that, yeah, something else sees you. But this way, it's a guarantee that as long as you succeed, you're good. Any success is good.
Hmm.
And if you want to cash that in, you can. But if you don't want to, you can roll. It's up to you.
Can I change my answer after I've rolled?
Mm,
I mean, we haven't used it, and we can charge it up pretty quickly with failed rolls. So
It is one more failure if he fails the roll, though.
I
Should be
did not
supercharged.
specify, so you can do that if you aren't happy with the result. You can do the thing. I will be nice this first time. Maybe because I just want you to roll the dice.
Thank you, Dice Man. So I'm rolling
Roll
a
the
D10.
dice. You're rolling. What? No, you're rolling a 2d6. Add your wisdom.
Oh, okay. Six.
Hmm.
Oh
Well.
my god, you rolls.
Dog shit.
Wait, did you add your wisdom?
No.
I don't have a wisdom modifier.
Oh.
You don't
You
have
have
a
literally
wisdom.
0 whiz?
It's
Jeez.
literally a 0?
Yeah.
Yeah.
you got no whiz.
Got no
Alright.
whiz.
So I will be
Kinda.
punching in that dragon's amulet to make that a success instead.
God damn.
Alrighty. Meow.
Cash in our amulet.
Well, there goes our charge.
I think it's worth it.
I mean, we'll get it.
Mm,
Don't
wonder about
you
that.
guys?
Well, you cashed the dragon amulet. So,
Success.
actually, that's a full success, but the dragon amulet turns into something extraordinary. So, what's the extraordinary thing you want to have happen?
Exactly. There's something extraordinary about it.
Let's see. There's something extraordinary I find about looking for the stone.
No,
Or
what happens is extraordinary.
Okay.
Maybe the vision isn't just seen by Tori and everyone in the room kind of sees it,
What
would
if
powered up by the amulet.
That would mean Laris would also see it.
I want to see something extraordinary come out of this?
I didn't say it was good.
Have
Just
it
extraordinary.
have it zoom out from Tori and then zoom into what we're looking for to get a vague direction to go.
Yeah, maybe it could also guide me to it.
Oh,
Sure.
Maybe if like I don't know how this works. Like we're a big topographical view and it zooms in. Maybe we can also see where Ares is in relation to it. As it's zooming down, we see his warband.
Yeah, that would be good. I think that's we're asking for a lot now, but I think with the extraordinary.
He said extraordinary.
I did say extraordinary, and I do want extraordinary.
hell yeah, go big, go home.
It needs to be big if you're using the amulet. That's the rule. That's how the
Also-
amulet works.
I want to also know if there's anything else lurking around, because we are in Tengu territory with another party of people here. I mean, the Morosians. So, if there are nearby Morosians somewhere,
So here's what's gonna happen. Okay.
If there's a,
Okay. Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say, while you're zooming in, maybe if there's also like a trap or a guardian of the relic, if you could get forewarning of that.
Well, I've decided what the extraordinary thing because you want to know where it is.
Yes.
Well, I don't have an exact map of the entire path to the thing because that's a big path. It's a lot of space. But here's what happens. Tori, instead of like your vision leaving you, you're like suddenly not in the room anymore. Like your vision is not of the room. You suddenly see you're like in this like shrine. It's got these tall pillars. It's got candlelight lining the way of these old candles of blue light. with wax that doesn't seem to melt under the heat, leading up to this shrine where sits a Tengu warrior holding this mask in front of him, like in his hand, and his face is down. He's wearing his own mask, but it's not the same. It's very clearly like an empty suit of armor. And there's like a pair of wings, like as if they took someone's wings and put them on there, and they're just kind of tucked behind him. He has a large spear stabbed into a that he's holding in his other hand as he sits. As he's holding the mask, like he's holding it in his lap. His mask, as though sensing your presence slightly, lifts and looks towards you, like where you would be in this room, and his eyes flash. And then after a moment, they dim and he lowers his head back down, as if not deciding that there's not a threat here. But you see where the mask is. And then, like, you suddenly start moving out of the shrine through the doors. And then you realize you're deep in the mountains. Like, there's snow here. And this shrine is, like, embedded into, like, a cliffside of the mountains, like, almost near the top. You like can see like the entire mountain range from here, and you start like slowly moving back, as if you're slowly just moving backwards, and eventually you start to speed up. But you're not like racing across the sky. It's like you're following the path, but in reverse. And eventually you are just like zooming by, like, but somehow like your brain is like comprehending every step of the way. So like you're seeing like, oh, this tree, you go through this path, it goes over here, you take a turn here, it goes this way, and it moves about here, and it goes across this like weird river, like mountain stream that you have to go over, up this cliffside, over this mountain range. Like you get the entire path as you're heading, like you're all going back the way you like where you were originally. But eventually, your turn is like you start to slow down, and you see a group ascending the mountain. You see your father in his mask, in his armor, carrying his bow on his back as he ascends the mountain up front of his group of like 5 Tengu that are like, these are veterans. Like you recognize their masks, you recognize them. Like these are very experienced Tengu that are working with him, and they're ascending the mountain with him. Like they're about not quite halfway, but getting close. You can tell. You just know that innately as you're going back the way you where your body is. And then you realize that the Tengu in the back, there's just you get this inkling that something is off about him. You don't know why you think that, but like you almost don't know he's there, even though he's just at the back of the group. Like you're moving backwards, and through the mass and through the stone, like you see the other 4 and your father, and then you realize there's the 5th one, like almost barely, like he's barely perceptible. But he's just at the back of the group. He's not like hiding or anything. You just barely noticed him for some reason, and you still kind of can't make out the details of him beyond like the other 4 are experienced Tengu that you know the masks of and who they are effectively. But you don't. You think you recognize him, but like it's hard to tell. It's weird.
It's like he's not really there.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's the guy we met.
And then after you recognize them and like register their presence, you start zooming back down the path, and eventually you like zoom into like the northern part of the village, and eventually you're like zooming through the streets, zooming back toward this house, and eventually you zoom all the way back into your body, like gasp.
Ooh. Damn.
You now know the exact path to get to the mask.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna just kind of look down at the stone before I slowly I put it away, but kind of hurriedly. And then I'm going to take a second and get up And I think my mask is still on, so I'm going to walk out to the door, and I'm going to find Laris.
Well,
not-
you're
not-
you're on the basement. You're on
Not-
a hole in the
Maybe
ground.
maybe not Laris. I don't know how much of this is built.
It's
I'm
it's like a big living room in terms of size.
I'm gonna gather everybody together real fast, but I don't know if I'm gonna include Laris. I think I might include Laris.
Okay.
We might need her portals to get there before you're dead.
Yeah.
Sounds like he's getting close.
So, file.
No, file
Awesome.
disconnected.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Hello,
Welcome back.
file. Are you there? Can you hear me?
It's dead.
Oh, he's dead. Okay, well, good thing this is all being recorded, buddy, so you can just go and listen to it again, but somebody want to fill him in the Discord.
So, the stone showed Tori the exact path to where the mask is and how to get there. Showed Tori where her father is in relation to that path and how
Yeah,
far up
I
that
heard
path
up
is.
to there's a fifth guy trailing Tori's dad, and I started to say I bet it's the guy we met on the mountain whose name I don't remember.
You did
Um,
say that.
I don't
Mhm.
think that was
Yes.
him because I think Tori would have registered his presence.
Yes, it was not that guy. We
And
got that for certain.
I was in, I guess, far sight vision. So
Sounds
me
like
not
his-
registering him seems more suggestive that he might be another kind of thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what it kind of sounded like to me. Is like his presence is fuzzy,
Oh, like he took a drug. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Potentially.
potentially.
So we are dealing with a very risky, need to respond right at this moment situation. That being said, I'm gonna go let the dogs outside, so I'll be right back.
Alright, everyone take
Take
your
the
bathroom
dogs
break, I guess.
out.
Refresh
Yeah.
your drinks, go pee.
Yep, use this to take 5.
Yeah, I'm
Go
gonna
take
grab,
5.
I'm gonna grab a drink. Beer me.
Ditto.
Maji is getting the map together because
Okay, I'm back.
Hey, Swims, anything new come out in My Hero tomorrow?
Are we did we take a break?
We're taking
yeah,
it.
everyone else is peeing.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna get my water then. I'll be right back.
I don't think so. It's just a patch. I don't know no new characters or quirk sets. I think it's just a balance patch.
Okay,
There's
so nothing to really
banner.
care about.
There's a Toga banner. I guess she's getting a costume of some kind that people are really excited for. I don't know. But
Probably
no, I
the
don't
eye
care.
patch.
I think the eye patch one, yeah. I don't really care, but
Yeah, I don't care about costume banners.
gotta save my tickets for Hawks.
Hopefully they patch overhaul.
That's what people are saying, and nerf Red Deku would be real nice. But you know,
yeah.
they'll probably leave Deku and Overhaul alone and nerf Ida and Froppy instead. Just because they have no idea how to patch their game.
The game.
It's kind of interesting, apparently, that there are only 3 relics. Usually there's like one for every continent or one for every party member or something. But if there's like 3 magic MacGuffins that we need to get to save the world, that's It's interesting.
It follows basic story pattern. You got your beginning, your middle, and your end.
Yeah, I guess, but D&D isn't necessarily like that. Because campaigns go forever, basically.
That'll work.
No, I have faith. I'm just observing that, like, I don't know if anyone's familiar with Vox Machina. They're all like getting a legendary weapon for each character or something. I don't know if this mask quantifies as a weapon or a unique item that is keyed for, like, I would assume Tori, since it is of her people, but
Gazelle still doesn't have anything.
You got Barry, shut up.
You got Barry. What are you talking
Barry
about?
doesn't count.
Barry doesn't count.
Barry
Wow.
cries.
Mer.
Be quiet, Barry.
Barry cries more. Barry weeps. Barry is sad.
but I am like, I'm not sure if the Mask of the Forgotten is the same mask or not. I don't know if Majid, you're being like deliberately unclear, but like apparently they're looking for something pertaining to the robots, and then the story that Tori is familiar with doesn't mention Otto's people at all.
I know. That is
Okay.
intentional.
Okay.
Do not question God. Just let him
No,
do his work.
I'm not questioning God. I'm just saying like this could be red herring.
Well, the question is, do you know what's fundamental?
I have returned.
Nope, we don't.
Fundamental.
Welcome back. I'm fundamental.
All right.
My mom's fundamental.
Okay.
She's not.
Is
You're,
every
defi-
is
you're
every
definitely
back?
mental.
Can we resume?
Yes. I'm ready.
No.
Well, that won't work.
I think everybody's
no.
back. So can I start from where I left off?
If you want, I guess.
Go
Okay.
for it.
So I'm gonna gather everybody together. I'm gonna tell them what I saw. So the stone revealed to me where the mask was, but it must have had some kind of extreme reaction because it didn't just show me it. It like put me there. I was standing right in front of it, and then I don't know how to describe it. It was like I was pulled back here from where it is, and I know the way to get there, but my father is on his way there now, and he has a group with him of elite Tengu warriors, which I'm not sure if they have a name. Do you have a name for them?
No.
Cool guys.
The Angry Birds.
The Angry Birds. Yeah, yeah.
We'll just call them like the I don't know,
Hanataka Tengu.
the Taka Tengu,
Hanataka.
the Hanataka,
The Haktua?
the
No.
Hanataka Tengu.
No.
It means long-nosed Tengu. It means they're very old Tengu.
You're old Tengu.
Do they have long noses?
I'm not. They do, yes.
But there was something weird. It was like the last one I saw. I couldn't quite make out what he looked like. It was very odd, but it makes me worry that maybe something's wrong with him. Regardless, we can't let my father get there, and if he's already out on his way there and looking at this journal entry, we have to move now. So, this is going to be it. We have to go to this shrine. We have to beat my father to the mask. And then I have to deal with him. This is going to be it. So, we already went into a castle, or we were vastly outnumbered. I think I like these odds a bit better. So,
And we didn't have to burn anything down this time.
Yeah.
true. All right, everybody. We're going to get out of here.
The big
But,
scary Tengu man is your father?
Oh,
Yes, you should know. I guess since you're so out of the loop.
Wow, Lord Vitar, you got his daughter to help you?
Yes.
Autonauts.
Lord Vidar is amazing like
You're
that.
amazing, Lord Vidar. Wow.
Yes.
Laris, so Lord Vidar is going to need you to create a portal as far north of here as you can, so that we can head after the mask.
Yeah, can you take us
Well,
to the path beyond the castle?
I can try. I
Or you can-
can't promise that it will be where you want it to be because I've never been there. So it's gonna be like, you know how I had to search through the castle to find it, you guys? So it'll
course.
have to be like that.
Tori can pop her head out with you and tell you if you're on the right path. She knows very well how to get there.
Yeah, I should know the path well enough by now. Can I describe like any of the features of the path that I saw to her?
Sure.
Okay, let's do that. There's a part where it was like a crossing next to a river. How about that?
Like a crossing near a river, huh? Well, that's convenient for you that I just found maps that work for that. But you're gonna. All right. So here's the thing. Again, she doesn't know where this is, and you're only describing it to her. And her spell to work like how she got here, she needs to be intimately familiar with the place she's going to. She is not intimately familiar with the place she's going to in this instance. So it's gonna be a gamble.
Where we rolling?
It's a great question.
I'm rolling.
Oh well, okay. Gazelle has volunteered to roll. Excellent.
No, I mean he's still rolling.
What?
When he came through the portal.
Oh my god, he's still rolling. He's
This whole
still
time.
rolling around the room.
No.
Been in the corner. Oh, rolling around the room. Okay.
How did we do it last time?
I think one of you rolled, and then we just went with the result. So,
What are we rolling?
Who hasn't rolled today? Who wants to roll?
who
I
hasn't rolled?
actually haven't rolled today, so
Most people.
This is true. All right, Gazelle, I want you to roll just a naked 2d6.
2d6.
Mm-hmm.
Big money, big money, big money, big money, big money, big
Luck.
money, big money, big money, big money, big money.
Snake eyes.
Big money.
Not much
Not quite.
better.
Oh no.
Horrible, but
That sounds
What do
like
I
a-
win?
You don't win. That's the problem. In fact, you lose, and you all die.
Fuck. Every time.
And so it ends. You jump through a portal, you fall to your deaths as she makes a portal in the sky.
I have
Ah.
burden.
It's very far.
Oh, I can't glide down safely.
Well, you can. You're fine.
Ideally, I think I'd be able to glide toward the mountain, so this works for me. Oh, maybe
And
the
your
rest of you
friends,
should have rolled up 10 Greek characters.
your
Oh.
friends all fall to their deaths. Doo, doo, doo.
dun dun dun.
Damn, I got back and we're
Game
dead.
is over.
Well,
Yep.
Do be like that, I'm afraid.
cool. I'm the main
Yeah.
character
Yeah, I rolled
All
for
right.
everyone.
because I'm the only character.
Okay, so here's basically what happens. She makes a portal, a hole that goes as far north as she can manage. But unfortunately, Tori, it's not on the path. It's not anywhere near the path. In fact, you're a little lost.
I'm not at all familiar with this area.
Correct. So as you go through the hole, you end up. Well, it's much.
Well, we
bigger
don't have to go through it, right? We just have
You
to
don't
look through it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Make
kind
her
of
try again.
Tori sticks her head out and says, "This isn't it."
You trying to outsmart me.
No, because it was a failure. Like something bad has to happen when we look through. So like I don't know, maybe a wolf jumps through, attacks,
That would be a fight.
Jesus
or
Christ!
like bites at Gazelle or something. 'Cause when he poked his head out with her,
Bites his balls.
since I rolled,
Please.
I don't know, some shit like that.
Does
Ed,
this
why are you
count as a
trying to get
notch on the
You know what?
amulet?
Ed actually did the roll, so if anything bad happens, it should probably be him. You know, like if there's a wolf, or like a mountain lion, or like
He
a big
rolled for all of us.
he rolled for
Correct.
him. Okay.
Yes, Ed is correct in this instance. You have to suffer a consequence. You can't dilly-dally your way out of this.
Okay.
It opens up and it's in the shitter of the castle. Tengu,
Oh.
Tengu with his
No,
pants around
here's-
his ankles jumps
You know
through.
what? I know exactly what happens. I know
Shit.
exactly what fucking happens.
Okay.
She opens a hole, and the minute she finishes opening it, the room is flooded with water.
Ah!
Oh no!
Oh no!
And in a panic, she starts to try to close the hole. However, that creates a large suction, which sucks all of you except her out of the hole,
Oh!
and you are ejected onto a place that is not on the path, is on a path, but it's not on the path you were looking to go on.
What the?
And you are shot out. You climb your way onto the surface of this river that was going down the mountain. You're north.
Oh God!
You don't know where the fuck you are exactly. You know you are north of the town. You can see it in the distance. You are up the mountain.
Are we in the river?
Yes.
Not anymore.
I'm having trouble telling what's ground and what's water. This map.
You're
It is
on
all
ground.
very
We're all the
blue.
way down. We're
Okay.
on land.
All right. We're just in like the bottom of the valley. Looks like. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Can I swim?
Oh great. Cold
Can you swim?
cold mountaintop with cold water all
Um.
over my body. This is great. I can't wait to fight my father with hypothermia. Oh jeez.
Damn it, we don't have time for this.
No, we really don't.
No, we most certainly don't.
Okay. Well, I know the trail that we were supposed to be on.
I guess I can. Damn.
I'm gonna guess I can maybe, since I'm familiar with the territory, guess where we're at in relation to where we should be.
Damn. I guess you can swim. Fuck.
Right. I'm fucking swimming like a dolphin over here.
Lyle should have rolled first. Jesus.
Fucking doing breaststroke.
Taking us right to the mask.
Show us the way, Days with Hasselhoff.
I was gonna describe the mask room to her, but that felt kind of too easy.
It wouldn't have made a difference. It wouldn't have changed it. She has to be herself familiar with it. It's not enough to just describe it to her.
Gotcha.
Can't point to a place on a map and just like leapfrog us all the way, even if she can't get there in one jump, just like
No.
incrementally.
She can shoot you in that general direction, but that's about as best she could do without a place I think she's been to and is intimately familiar with. She has to be familiar with it herself. It can't be just described to her.
Can her portal materialize up in the air, or does it have to be where she can stand? Can she like stick her head out 60 feet in the sky or something?
You don't know, but given the way she's used it, it does appear to require a surface.
Okay.
The hole that you guys came out of and shot out into the river was on the bottom of the river.
All right. Well,
Nice. It's a good thing we were ejected through like suction,
Mm-hmm.
because that launched us probably far enough so we're not getting crushed by the water pressure.
It's just a river.
I'm glad she didn't teleport us onto the bedrock.
So, are we in the water at the moment?
No,
We swam to surface
I'm not.
for the to
You
the
you
shore.
do manage to get to the surface. There's enough of you that I'm not concerned about you getting there. You have enough of you that will help you out. It's not interesting for you to suffer that consequence. The consequence is now you are lost up north.
Damn it.
Okay.
So
I mean,
so what part of this is
mean-
dry land? Are we standing on dry land?
Yes.
Okay.
yeah, this is all dry land. It looks like it's just
From-
weirdly blue.
Okay, well,
gonna say it all looks like
Tori
water
and
to me.
Yasuo must be familiar with this area. Can either of them kind of tell where we're at in relation to where we should be? I think I asked that earlier.
You did.
You did say we were clearly north of the town, at least.
The best you know is that you are north of the town, and you are in the general direction you want to go, but you're not on the path that you saw. And where that path is in relation to here, you do not know. To
By
reiterate,
chance,
you are
can either of you
lost.
fly up?
Yeah, we're gonna have to find a high point so that I can see the path. So, granted, we're at the river mouth here, not the river mouth, but like by it. We need to head north as much as we can, closer to one of the mountain peak, because I'm sure I can at least see the mountain peak that the cave is on from where we're at, because it must go up.
You are in a very heavily forested part of the mountain. Surprisingly so. So the reason it's so blue is because it's very dark here.
Great.
So you are underneath a lot of trees that are on this part of the mountain. So
Okay.
you would have to ascend one of these trees to get a good vision point. But you can see the mountaintop through the canopy. Vaguely, every so often.
I also have a question.
Yes.
Same.
You did say that we could see the town from our point of view. Yes or no?
Yes.
So we're
That
high.
part is clear.
So we're high
So
up
we at
enough.
least know the direction not to go.
Yeah, and
Correct.
we have a reference point, and the river is
do.
also a reference point.
Correct.
So if Tori just flies up, she can get her bearings pretty quick, hopefully.
Theoretically.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
So
That is
I
what-
wanted to-
Correct.
Then I'm gonna fly up.
I also have a question.
Yes.
Did Otto's tiara remain on his head and his disguise intact through the shenanigans of being slurped through a hole and spit out and flung from the bottom of a river and pulling himself to shore?
Fantastic question. Otto,
Yeah.
give me a defy danger, please, using dexterity.
Okay, hold on.
If she's gone, it's not like it matters whether or not he still looks like Vidar, but I'm just curious.
That's a very useful device we have. I hate to lose it.
It would be a shame if we lost it.
Oh, phooey. I guess you keep it.
In your
We've
face.
already
In your
suffered
face.
one consequence, so
You, like, instinctively, Otto, you must have just grabbed onto the tiara as you just kind of spun in the water and then climbed to the shore. It's like, oh, yeah, you still have it. You still look like Vidar.
Yeah.
Although Laris is not here.
Otto didn't need to swim. He just walked along the bottom to.
Yeah.
Iron
After he
boots.
stuck
Can't
through.
swim. Definitely can't swim.
Well,
Uh,
are you going to take off
no.
the disguise, or are you maintaining it for now?
I'll keep it for now.
Would it be better to put it on someone that can talk? I mean, put it on Lyle and he can be a more convincing Vidar because he can speak.
I mean, I've always thought that Otto could talk normally. He just chooses not to.
I mean,
I don't know why you would think that.
can UA upgrade Otto next time we have downtime and give him a voice modulation pack?
That depends on what Yui wants and what Otto wants.
You guys should
No.
think about that. All right, well then we should think about putting that thing on a different person if we want to play Vidar again. But Laris isn't here, so
Yes, she is not present. It's just your group. And
Alright.
Yasuo, and Yue, and your dog, and Barry.
What dog?
Good
The
berry.
dog.
The dragon thing?
The dragon dog.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna
His
say
dog.
there was a dog here that wasn't here before.
I'm calling him the dog.
Okay.
It's basically what he is.
Give him scritches
Dog.
or suffer consequences.
Does Tori need to roll anything when she and Yasuo fly up then? Or
Mm. Hmm. Yes. Yes, you do.
Okay.
Give me. What would this be? I'm just gonna do defy. I ask you for a defy danger using your intelligence. Let's say, because you're trying to redetermine the path. You're trying to gain your bearings.
DFI plus intelligence. Okay.
Mhm.
Sure, it wouldn't be discern realities.
No, because that would require questions. I feel like this is you trying to get out of the situation where you're very lost.
12.
You rolled a 12? Fuck! Why can't you fail?
Because we already
Damn
failed. That's
you.
why we're here.
I stay.
Damn you all! 5. Very well. You manage to spot your vantage point. Like, you have to climb a tree to get above the canopy.
Mhm.
But you do realize that you're not super far off from the path. You don't really seem to have a clear way to get to there from here without just ascending the path you have found and see where it links up. You do think it does link up eventually, but you're gonna have to hoof it.
Right. Okay, then we will.
You will have lost some time, but you think you can figure it out. So you won't lose as much time as you would for just a partial success.
alright. Well,
Good.
on the plus side, maybe your dad will have cleared out the dungeon and triggered any traps and guardians before we get there.
I'd rather we caught him in the middle of the traps and guardians, if I'm being honest. But there's really no escaping this either way. It's gonna happen, whether I like it or not.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
Let's get moving.
I know the way we've got to go now. So if everybody's ready, let's hoof it because we gotta go.
Right behind you.
Tally ho!
Oh. Well, hold on. That'll work.
Hi, Obi.
So you begin to race up the path, trying to hurry your way to get to this shrine before your father does. So you are already behind, and that little detour cost you more time. Though you think you are not too far behind, but he's definitely ahead of you. It's going to be difficult to catch up to him at this point before he gets there. So he's definitely going to get there before you, you're pretty sure. So, eventually, you begin to trek your way up the mountain through the cold, across the river that you saw as you link up with that path. You begin to ascend the path up the mountain. It starts getting pretty fucking cold as you ascend, as the snow starts to fill in the top of this mountain as you're ascending to the peak. It starts to get dark as you ascend, even outside of the canopy that you were in before. And eventually, you do spot ahead of you. Let me just do some little here.
Dew filter.
Oh,
Yes.
I like the tent.
You ascend through here, and then eventually you get to this cliff face that opens up into this like strangely forested little cave where the shrine rests. And you all have control of these, right? Of course you do.
Nippano looks like they're losing it again as we ascend up the cliff, but they keep it together enough because we're on an urgent mission.
There's no time to coddle Napana this time.
There's no time to have a character moment, but
Tori.
Nippano does not like heights.
Gotta
And Tori
feed
can't.
Nippano more cake. Take mind off it.
It's the leftover cake in their pocket is comforting.
Eat your cake, you'll be fine.
It's still my birthday.
Okay. Gotta find that. All right, you are here. You have reached the shrine. You do hear the sounds of combat, however, ahead.
Uh-oh.
Things have already started to pop off.
All right. I think the best way to handle this is to go right in and join in. Because if they're anywhere close to getting the mask, we want to prevent that. And the best time to do that would be to hit them from both sides. This isn't so much about taking over the village to me now as it is about preventing Ares from getting the mask.
I hear you. I hear you. However, I, for one, favor a more, let's say, survivable approach of sneaking in and trying not to be noticed. Maybe while Pops is wrestling with who or whatever is in there, we can sneak by and claim the mask ourselves.
I mean, Napano can turn invisible.
You know, I think that you have your strengths, and I think that this is the time to use them, because I don't think that I can not face him right now.
No, this is the time when it's just like 5 of his elite guards and not his whole court press.
Yeah. He won't be any more vulnerable than he's going to be right now.
Mm.
But there is some merit in what you're saying. If I can't defeat him, you can run away with the mask. You can get out of here.
Okay, well, if you insist.
I trust you.
Well, I'm actually deeply moved by that statement. Mm-hmm.
So, I'm going to give you this too. And she's going to hand over the stone.
What?
Lyle will accept the stone, take it from Tori, look at it in his hand for a moment, kind of roll it between his fingers, and then just purse his lips and nod before slipping it into his purse. And it's like, all right. As you said, you have your strengths, I have mine. What do you say to poking our heads in there, assessing the situation, and if you would like to make a spectacle of yourself, be a distraction, join the fray. I will attempt to secure the treasure, and we will take it from there.
I guess this works, but hey, if it doesn't, then I guess you can use the stone as much as you like. The technique is there to use it safely. You can use it to find whatever it is you want to find. Any sort of gold
Be
or
right back.
valuables. You were talking about that earlier, so if something happens to me in there, you can use that as a nice tool for the future.
You know, that's a nice thought, but let's not humor outcomes where something happens to you, except for becoming like king of the birds.
I don't know that it's likely that we're going to be able to slip in and steal the treasure right out from under Ares and the Guardian's noses. That seems unlikely.
Yeah, for a goblin.
Napano puts on the ring of invisibility and flips off Lau.
Lyle doesn't see it.
Yep.
I'm sorry, what were you saying, Otto?
Tori,
What is it?
we're with you.
I know.
We'll get him.
Yeah.
If
Let's
we're a...
kick-
Oh, go ahead.
We're gonna kick his butt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said it, Oddball.
If we're about to enter combat, Mage, I would like to cast some spells in preparation. If we get in there and like know that we're gonna go and jump in third party, I would like to preemptively cast a few spells.
Such as
Such as magical weapon, like give my weapon +1 and make it magical,
okay,
and Chorus of Shadows to basically mirror image myself.
okay.
If that's what we're doing, I'll do them now. But
I don't know. We haven't gotten there yet. You don't know if there's going to be a fight or not.
We've
You
not
don't
seen
get to
the
know that.
situation. Yeah.
It's not that kind of game, guys.
I think that we would like to creep up and get a view of what's going on then.
Okay.
I'm all for creeping.
Okay, let's creep.
Let's go.
As you approach,
Oh,
you actually hear
Andre?
this. Yes.
Can I?
Be right back.
That bitch.
Can
Go on.
I pull a quest?
What's your quest?
Defend Tori.
Okay. Well.
Defend Tori from the inequities beset them. Yeah, that seems...
That sounds fair to me. Up to 2 boons. What are your boons?
Let's see.
Invulnerability to...
Invulnerability from piercing, because I'm pretty sure that's what the arrows do.
I was gonna say poison.
piercing
already be
weapons.
Oh,
immune to
actually,
poison.
poison is a smarter one. That is right. We do know he uses poison.
I mean, the poison can't hurt you if it can't pierce you.
They can.
True.
I guess it could get in your eyes, your ears, your mouth,
Oof.
nostrils,
Damn.
butthole.
Could you not take 2 of the invulnerability to piercing and invulnerability to poison? I don't think you
Probably
need an
not.
unwavering sense of direction.
Yeah, the other one really doesn't matter per se. I guess a sense that pierces lies in case dialogue comes up.
Done. So, invulnerability to piercing weapons. Or do you want poison?
Pick your
Uh,
poison.
I
Pick your
think poison is more thematic and more logical than.
Okay. You can no longer be poisoned.
I
And-
think the idea of not being able to be hurt by like any type of weapon is honestly kind of dumb.
But you can keep your conviction, not let poison bother you. That makes sense.
There's plenty of other ways I can kill you, don't worry.
Yeah.
I don't need a weapon to kill you. Or poison to kill you, frankly.
Jeez. Okay. Let's not get carried away.
I will absolutely get carried away because I love getting carried away because I love violence.
Mage,
You sure do.
Looking forward to some violence right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna pop this then. Keep an eye out for traps as we go in.
Roger Dodger.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and pop this then. Ooh, and create 3 shadow clones. Fuck yeah.
Kagebushi no jutsu?
Are they all invisible too?
I would assume not.
No. They don't have rings. They're not real rings.
No,
There's
they're just
echoes
echoes.
of you. Yeah.
Well, there you
But
go.
if they think they're the real one, I stay invisible and they go for the echoes that they can see. Perfect.
Sure.
There's 4 Niponos, but only 3 of them are visible. It's pretty good.
And I'm also gonna go ahead and cast Magic Weapon on the weapon. And now I'm ready to fight.
There's now all those Depanos for you to
Holy
control.
Oh
shit.
shit.
You said 3.
Yep, I did. I rolled 13. I get 3.
Can we put
Damn.
like a token on? There you go. There you go. So that's the real one.
Yes, that one's hidden. Ninja.
Nice. Can I get like a mommy kiss from UA to heal my 1 missing HP?
Sure.
Hell fucking yes.
You can have your 1 HP. As you approach the shrine, the sounds of fighting actually seem to cease.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
I think
It
Ed's
appears
still
that things have concluded.
Do we know that Ed is back yet?
No.
No,
I'm
apparently
assuming not because he's not saying anything.
I will pause until he returns, and then I'll continue.
Once again, picking the perfect time to fucking take off.
Taking a fat shit.
We're also getting close to end time, so
No.
yes.
I'm
Not close enough.
No,
Thanks. We wish we hadn't fucked around for 30 minutes at the start.
I think we still have 30 minutes. So
I'm back.
good.
Welcome back.
Maintenance is finally fucking here.
Oh no.
Nice.
All right, well, you approach the shrine. The sounds of fighting seem to cease, as it appears the victor has been decided. You see, as you crest this path, this staircase, in this dark cavern, you see the inside of the shrine, because the doors are wide open. In fact, they had broken and been thrown off the hinges from the conflict. It appears that in the center of this room is a wooden golem of a tengu that lies broken and shattered on the floor between 6 tengu that had defeated it, one of which Tori recognizes immediately.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun dun dun.
Oh, since we're not engaged yet, can I use Owl Vision and check out that 6th guard and see if he looks blurry like he is, Cloudus infected?
Not until I finish talking, no.
Okay, fine.
Amongst these 6 tengu, your father lands at the back of the room, having bested the guardian alongside his 5 most powerful tengu that he has, who, now looking upon that extra tengu, he looks normal to you now. That strangeness, you do not feel it. But they have won, and your father stands in the back room, bow in hand, an arrow. He steps forward, grabs the arrow that is stuck inside the skull of the guardian, and wrenches it free, shattering it in half. He then looks down at the stone mask of a Tengu standing right outside of its grasp. And that is the situation. He is looking down at it. You are approaching. You see him looking down at it.
Can you put a highlight on the exact position of the mask?
Right here. The broken statue is right here. If I could find a thing for it. I just couldn't find anything that worked.
I'm going to knock an arrow,
Okay.
and I'm going to aim for the stone mask.
Okay.
And I am going to fire so that I can strike the space between his hand and the mask.
That'll be the statue that's broken.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna make that a dead guy. Dead.
Hmm.
That'll be a volley.
See how
That'll be a difficult volley.
I bet it'll swing wide. Let's try to get the point across.
So you're gonna roll disadvantage
Okay.
using your dex. Taking the lowest.
Alright, that's 3d6.
3d6, 3d6, KL
KL
2,
2.
I think.
Sounds right.
KL 2.
No spaces.
No spaces.
And then is it plus modifier?
Plus whatever your stat is.
Is there a space for the for the plus?
No.
Okay.
You rolled a 9. That's a success. A partial success.
Woo!
So you're saying the mask is on the...
It's on the floor, right
Oh,
here.
It's on the floor.
It fell out of his hand when he was defeated.
Oh, okay.
Your arrow, you were aiming at the space between the mask and his hand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Your arrow strikes the floor, cutting at his hand as he reaches to grab it. It does a little bit of damage, so give your damage. Give me your damage! I shake you!
Oh, my bad. Where's damage?
Your damage is your class die, which is the thing on the front of your sheet.
Is it-
7.
Oh my
Whoa.
god! You must cut
You roll a little bit of damage.
Take a
Fucking
fucking
hand off?
finger off.
your hand. Your arrow actually shoots into his arm.
Nice.
Hi, Dad.
Remember when you tried to kill me?
He grunts as the arrow sticks in, and one of the other Tengu turns almost reflexively and shoots an arrow straight back at you. Oop, not that. And you're gonna take 2 damage.
That one just grazed your cheek as you dodged Matrix style.
Mhm.
I didn't dodge, it just
GG.
flew past me. And a little blood trickle, just anime.
We just add a number to the moon. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. There you go. I just hold on a second as I spawn these out of existence and then respawn them.
Okay.
There we go. That's better. Now they have stats for me specifically.
Which one was the weird one?
You don't know.
Okay.
Does Nippano
Ooh,
know?
yes.
Do they look different? Flurry, maybe?
Guessing game.
Napano, You look at them, and let's see. Hmm. Actually, no, you don't
None of
see anything.
none of them look blurry like the other.
They all look a little blurry, but it's not the same as before. They're like, it's not like they're being crossed out of your vision. It's like they're just fuzzy. Like they're kind of misty. They're not like being excised from your vision as though they shouldn't exist. Or like, hey, well, I can't see them clearly. That kind of thing. Like they're in a haze.
Like this is Tengu ninja bullshit, not
Perhaps.
supernatural flesh monster bullshit.
There's something about their masks that does click with you, though, that seems like to be the origin point.
Mm.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna whisper. I can't. We can't tell which one's the weird one. They all look kind of fuzzy.
Be on your guard.
Your father reaches down onto the arrow in his arm and just yanks it out of his arm and just throws it aside. And he glares in your general direction as he steps around the mast to look down towards you. Look who it is. You've come home, huh?
Father. I'd
And
say.
now you stand against me? You attempt to thwart me?
I know what you've been doing to the people on this mountain, and
You
I
should
know
be-
what you're trying to do up here.
You should be grateful that I did not send anyone to kill you.
You're crazy. I don't know why you'd ever try to kill me anyway. I only ever tried to be a good daughter to you. But none of that matters now. You have sided with Moros, who's trying to conquer the world using crazy... whatever the Cladis is. Not only that, the people that you've hurt, they're Tengri, just like us. But why I'm here now?
He steps forward. Go on. Why are you here?
Because you're a bitch.
Because somebody has to stop you. And I know it can only be me.
You lack vision, girl. You don't comprehend what is going on at all. You think that Moros is attempting to use this creature? That is what you think? You're a fool. You're a fool to think that. You do not understand what is happening at all. The severity of the situation, the threat that lies in the future against all of us, against everything that lives on this world. The war that will come to obfuscate their movements, to allow them to consume all of us, to make us one.
So what, you're
Isn't
not
he
working with
perpetuating
Moros?
this war?
The war is inevitable, child. It is already out of our hands. It never was in our hands. What I do is to ensure that we can survive at all. It will not be kind, it will not be gentle, but action must be taken to ensure our survival. The death of us all approaches. Doom approaches.
So you're just gonna, you know, attack and torment your own people?
I'm going to ensure that they are strong enough to survive. Morosian dog.
Torturing and tormenting our own people. All you're doing is using threats of foreign powers to attack our own and secure your own power.
I am uniting them under one rule that is absolute, that brooks no conflict amongst ourselves. There is no room for that now. It is already in motion.
No, you're just a psychopath.
And
not only
you are
that,
a fool.
you've tortured so many of our own kind and even clipped their wings. That's taboo for any Tengri. No matter what you think you're doing, all you've done is lost your mind. Maybe I would have stayed away if you hadn't gone so far off the deep end. But now I'm here.
And what good will you do, child? You don't even understand how to fight these things, do you?
Burn them.
Burn them, you say? You think that will work?
I mean, it already has.
No. No. To what you speak is but the vestiges of it. The core of it yet remains. It seeks its twin so that it can secure itself. It seeks that which can hold it back so that it cannot be stopped when the time comes for it to spread again, as it did so long ago.
Then why work with Muros?
What better way to anticipate and watch your enemy than to work alongside them?
Fair enough.
Do you know how they're intending to control it? How it won't consume them?
You're a fool. You think they're going to control it?
They seem to think so.
You child, little goblin. They are not controlling it. It is controlling them, obviously.
I mean, yeah, that was pretty obvious. He's got you there.
Well, that's also information if it already has infiltrated the president of Moros or whoever, the king, emperor. They're already under its sway.
I was afraid of
That's
something
all.
like that.
It's all already in motion. We
We'll
need
stop
to.
it. We're going to stop you.
And how do you tend to do that, child? You tend to kill me here? Do you have the gall? You always were a coward.
Remember what I taught you, Tori?
I'm not a coward. And I'm not going to let you tell me what I am. But I'm going to tell you, I'll tell you what. You're not chief anymore. So stand down. I'm taking over.
I think not. He readies his bow. However, as he readies his bow, and the majority of his Tengu step forward to stand at his side, one Tengu steps behind. And he reaches down, and he picks up the mask.
Uh-oh.
And, well, we're not going to settle this in 15 minutes, so we're going to cut it here, and we're going to end on a little note, okay? So what happens is he picks up the mask, he turns, and he speaks. You are all so very interesting. The way you act, the way you think. I cannot comprehend it. We cannot comprehend it. So strange you all are. And your father looks back confused as he suddenly starts speaking. Wait, you... No. And he goes to go for the mask, but as he does, the body of this Tengu ripples
Ugh.
Uh-oh.
as he begins to squeeze the mask in his hand as though to break it, as his body erupts and he becomes something else.
What the fuck?
He is deleted as I'm replacing him with this guy.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
I don't
Oh.
like that.
buddy.
All right, maybe temporary truce with Dad, since he seems to know how to kill them.
Hey Barry, you hungry?
I don't know about temporary truce. I just kind of want to see how this plays out.
Three-way battle.
I don't like this
I
guy.
don't know. If Ares has a better way than fire to kill them, I want to know what it is.
I think something primal is gonna awaken in Tori because she has her arrow drawn and pointed at her dad, but she's gonna see that and it looming over her father, and she's going to change targets, and she's gonna shoot at this thing.
Are you aiming at any particular spot? For instance, are you shooting its hand that holds
Shooting.
the mask?
I am shooting at the chest.
Okay.
I am trying to bury an arrow into the heart.
Okay.
I have called shot if we do want to try and knock the mask out of its hand. But this is your moment.
That's good. That's a good question. Did it actually break the mask, or is it still just kind of like trying to?
It's like moving to do so.
In that case, maybe I'll shoot at the mask. Or shoot at the hand. See if I can pull it off
Shoot
again.
at
This
the
will
hand
be-
holding the mask.
This will be the last action. So anything anyone wants to do to assist this, you may do so. But this is the last action for tonight.
Can I send out the owl to kind of distract it?
It would not reach it in time. You are too
Okay.
far away.
There's not much I could do except for scream.
Any other way we can aid Tori? By
If only we had like some sort of amulet that could cause extraordinary things to happen.
If
We
only.
We could have used that on a lot of things, but I think that what we used it for was the best thing because we got here just in time.
I will let you just roll normal without disadvantage, because normally you would be, but I'm gonna be nice and say yes, you can just roll. Roll your volley with your dexterity.
I give Tori an Attagirl.
Let's go.
Yeah, I don't really have anything that can.
Oh shit!
Oh,
This
shit.
whole mama.
You sure we can't keep going? I'm rolling hot.
All right, give me your damage first of all. I want to see how much damage you can do,
Okay.
and I will tell
Snake
you.
eyes time.
You want to pull another crit? God damn it.
Oh.
All right, so here's what happens: you shoot an arrow. It swings by your father's head, like as you change your target just the last second. It shoots into the hand of this creature and digs deep, hitting like the muscles in it that kind of reflexively forces it to let go. It pierces
Alright.
into it, but you get this feeling. You get this feeling, this deep feeling, as like this success, as the mask clatters the floor. But you watch its hand. It's not bleeding. It doesn't bleed. And there's a little bit that pours out, but the moment it does, it just shoots back in, and the arrow is like pushed out. And you realize something in what your father said, rings in your head. You think fire will work? You think you know the way to hurt these things? And perhaps you think, and this is a thought you have, that you need to find a way to hurt this thing, because if you don't, you're not going to be able to stop it.
Oh.
This is different than what you fought before. This is something else.
Oh.
This is a much stronger version of Jacladus. This ain't.
All right.
This is
This is
more
If
than
it's
just.
even part of it.
This is more than just a little infection.
This isn't like the maidens and servants that we fought before. This is more advanced.
All right.
Maybe
Well,
this is what the Cladis are really capable of.
And that's where we're gonna end tonight.
No.
Next time we will see how this goes and who dies.
Dun dun dun.
Bum, bum,
Here,
Oh,
bum.
this
here.
is all of you. You're all going to die. I'm going to kill all of you.
Okay.
That's how I'm telling you I'm gonna end this story. Right now. Right here.
Hey Majay.
Yeah, what's up?
That's a really bad idea. Don't kill us, man.
I think it's a great idea.
Peace.
But I want to.
No.
No.
In any case, it's time to go through the motions and end tonight. I have to go find the thing. Did you discover something new about the world and its characters or whatever?
Hmm.
We met.
Yes.
Yes, we did. Yes. We
That's
met
one experience. Did you
Larry.
discover a new location or change it significantly?
We're at the shrine on top of the
I
mountain.
don't
think
know about
counts.
that.
Not yet. I would say
Not
when
yet.
this is all concluded, absolutely. So no. Last question. Did you overcome a notable obstacle or enemy?
Not yet.
No, that's
We're working on it.
Not yet.
That's not yet. So one experience for everybody.
Yay.
All right. With that decided, we're gonna end the recording here.
All right.
Say goodbye to YouTube.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye,
You-
YouTube.
Goodbye
Bye.
forever. You're all going to die.
Balls, balls,
No.
balls,
Balls, balls, balls, balls, balls, balls, balls.
Titties.
Yeah.